Hello world, my name is AK and you're watching the Swashbuckler's Arsenal. Today's video is going to be the first in a series of one-day builds, and I got that idea from my brother who got it from another YouTube account, and I'll link him down below if I can find him. So I thought that was a really cool idea. That's kind of what I do with my personal projects all the time because I don't have more than one day to spend on them. So we're going to try to do something in one day, and that's what these videos are going to be. Today's video I'm going to be making a design that I came up with the other week, what I'm going to call the drawstring skirt. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the first thing that came into my head, so that is what it's being called, and it'll be pictured on the screen right now. So without further ado, because I don't have much time, let's jump right into this. My design process usually starts with finding a pattern that has the basic building blocks for what I need, and that would have been a paneled skirt pattern, but I only found one and it's not really what I need, so I'm just going to go ahead and make a paneled skirt from scratch without a pattern. The idea is that when the skirt is down, the ribbon will be tied at the waist, but then if you want to bring the front up, you'll be able to pull it up and tie it around your shoulders like some overalls. The first thing I'm going to do is obviously make the skirt, and we're going to need a couple of measurements for that. The first measurement you're going to need is your waist and your hips, and then you're going to need waist to floor. In order to measure something like this, the way I do it is I take the top, put it at my waist, lay the string or measuring tape down, and then I just, again, this might be weird, but I just grab it with my toe and stand up straight until it's taut. And this measurement right here is to the floor. Next bit is the math part. You want to decide how many panels you want. Now I know I want a sweetheart seam going down the center, so I know I need 6 panels, because in order to have a seam going down either side right here, you need to have a panel in the middle and 2 panels on the side, so that means you're going to need 6. So I need to divide my waist measurement into 6, my hips measurement into 6. After you've taken the waist measurement and divided it into 6ths, you need to add a seam allowance times 2, so it's a seam allowance on either side seam. Now we're going to draw our skirt shape. And this is going to be our side panel, so we'll need 4 of these. And then I'm going to draw a front panel that we'll need 2 of. When you're going to do the center, front, and back, you want to do everything on the fold. And that way when you cut it, it will open up and be even. That does mean you're going to have to cut 2 of these on the fold. So basically, we're going to need our measuring tape. And now we gotta do math again, because we're gonna take our 1/6 of our waist and divide it in half. So we're gonna go up here and we're gonna do half of our waist measurement, and then I'm gonna use this as a determination of where to add the hip measurement. On the center seam, center panel, there won't be any curves, it will just be straight. And the flare is going to be a lot less. The flare of the skirt is going to be a lot less. So now I'm going to take my skirt panel, the side that is going to be attached to the center, front, or back, line it up, trace that out. I'm going to cut that out and then use it as a pattern for the next one. Okay, so I put it on, and the first thing is we know we want like looser fabric than this, because this is too stiff. It needs to be more flowy. Second thing is I was trying to figure out that if this measurement lengthwise was supposed to be the same as this, and it is, because that goes farther down, so we don't want that. I'll need to take off the excess from that. And this extra part that I wasn't sure if I needed or not, I'm definitely going to clip off. So I'm going to do everything, all the fixing, and then come back with it. Okay, for the yoke, you're going to measure from where the waist of the skirt ends to how high you want the tallest part of the yoke to be. I'm calling it a yoke. Is it actually called a yoke? I don't know, but we're calling it a yoke. So you're gonna need half your waist measurement. And then you'll want to add seam allowance. 3 inches tall, add seam allowance. You will want to add seam allowance on either side. I just didn't because I already accounted for that when I was measuring that. Now, your back yoke is just going to be basically like a waistband. You're just going to draw that straight. Your front yoke, however, you're going to draw a little curve to it. And then I like to fold it over so that both sides match. Okay, so after I added the yoke, I ironed this seam down. I'm going to pin this bias tape down. Okay, now we're going to do the ribbon, and I was realizing something while I was sewing this bias tape. You won't be able to just pull it like while you're wearing it, unless you weight the bottom of the skirt. Most likely you're going to have to pull it up before you put it on. I attach it to a safety pin, put it in between the bias tape and the skirt, and thread it through. Pull it out, take the safety pin off, and then pin this ribbon down. Pin it down up here as well. I'm going to cut it and do the other side. I was going to try this on camera, but I got impatient, so I already know it works. So, woo! Next, I'm going to measure how much to put on the back. I want to crisscross them. That looks cuter, so I'm going to put it on my shoulder and then on my waist. It's about 20 inches, but I can add some excess. When it is not pulled up, I'm thinking that these strings that are back here possibly be like so. So that way it will keep the strings from sliding down. This is why we do mock-ups, to see if designs will work. So after staring at it for a long while, I'm pretty sure it's a fabric thing and not the design flaw, or I'm going to hope. So let's cut everything out of the normal fabric. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. So it is currently 1:33. I took a break, ate lunch while my camera battery was charging and when I emptied the cart. And now I'm going to go back to sewing. I just wanted to hop on and say that I made it in time, and this is it down. I'm gonna get some better shots of it tomorrow or in the daylight sometime. I finished on time, so that's a successful one-day build. Woohoo! Walking in the distance.